Hey guys, welcome back to Dark Souls 2. Today we are heading towards Eliam Lois, the third and final DLC area. We are swiftly approaching the end of this playthrough with only 3 bosses remaining. And what a journey it's been so far. Right, where we need to go to the shrine. There is just so many areas in this game, it's fucking overwhelming. And there's still bonfires I've missed apparently. Right, we need to go here. So basically, in Dranglake Castle, many episodes ago, I picked up the frozen flower not far from that room with the ruined sentinels and the stone soldiers. And that will allow you to access this DLC, that is the wrong way. And otherwise, we need to head to the Shrine of Winter to get there. And fuck off. Right, yeah, skip one shot. This area is great. One of the highlights of the game for sure. The level design here is not only unique, but just very well crafted. There's a really cool element to it where you essentially traverse the level once, and then something happens that radically changes everything and opens up a whole bunch of new areas to you. So you then explore it again, but it's completely changed, right? Fucking falconers, dude. Get out. Alright, yes. Sit down. So you want to interact with this. Alright, here we are. And look at this. There is nothing else like this in this game. What a refreshing sight to behold. And the level design here is absolutely incredible. There's a whole lot of substantial content here. And I'm trying to think about how we're going to break this up, because I like to end on a boss. So I expect we'll get one of the 3 bosses done today. Next episode, the Burnt Ivory King. And then, unfortunately, we're going to have to round off the playthrough with, I don't even remember their names. You know the area, Frozen Outskirts. My god. The old chaos hungers still. So we are amidst a blizzard currently. And this is fucking cool, man. From Software always nails snow areas, and Dark Souls 2 was sorely lacking a snow area. There is a boss through here, and if you're a sadist, you can go in there immediately and fight him. However, he is currently invisible, and you need a key item to see him. But it can be done. I actually remember watching a stream on release day. A guy called Crime Target just brute forced the fight, not even being able to see him. And it's quite a tough fight, to be fair. So I wouldn't recommend it, but if you really want to get through this area, I'm pretty sure you can just run through there, kill him, and then immediately go and fight the Burnt Ivory King. But the Burnt Ivory King also has a unique aspect to the fight in which it's more like an actual battle. And it's the only instance of that in this game where essentially there are portals, and these ice warriors, I don't know what you'd call them, are summoned in. And you yourself can go through this level and recruit knights to help you, and you will need their help because otherwise you will get ganked to oblivion. Right, so it's a really cool concept. It's not so much a, you know, 1v1. It feels like a full-on battle, and I'm a big fan of that. But you don't need to go and get the knights to help you, so if you're stubborn you can just do it solo. Doggos. Ice doggos. Wonderful. But yes, spears are not great for dealing with these guys. Longsword would be a way better option there. Yeah, there's a lot to do here, a lot to grab. And what's interesting is a lot of it's optional. If you're good enough, you can skip most of it. You can kill the king's pet whilst he is invisible, and then you can just do Burnt Ivory King without the help of any knights. And yeah, it's a lot harder, but it can be done. So you see this? Something will happen later on in this area that will allow us to pass through these areas. And I won't say too much on that right away. But as I've said, you are encouraged to come back here, as it will open up substantially, which is awesome. This is where you get the infamous ice rapier, which is absolutely filthy. One of the best weapons in the game for DPS on a magic build, buffed with crystal magic weapon. So these guys here, I can't remember what they're called. They are passive at the moment. They're not interested in you, but that won't always be the case. So bear that in mind. Fuck no. Yeah, this is a hard area. Some really brutal ganks here. We're going to be okay though. Oh. No, you don't. Oh, I hate that. Right. Fuck off. Chugged a lot already, not going so good. But the initial run through this area is not so bad. There's an entire area ahead of me there that we can't currently really access, so we'll save that for later. And for the record, I will go and recruit all the knights. Because this is an area that is worth exploring. Because the level design here is very, very good indeed. And you want to soak that up where possible in this game, because there are a lot of levels that kind of suck, as I have made clear throughout the course of this playthrough. Right. Oh, this room. Game plan. We'll funnel them down here. Really want to take care of that dog immediately. Oh, nice. What you got for us? Is that a human effigy? I forget that our shield's actually pretty damn good and we should use it. Though I'm not much of a shield guy. Nice. Yeah, there we go. Despite them having the high ground, we still came out on top. Do you wonder if there's anything I can grab here right now? Oh, no. No. Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't tell you if I've even 100% explored these areas before. I have for the most part, but there's a lot of stuff to miss. No, you don't. These enemies are cool. Quite tough as well. Alright, okay. So we can't currently open these because they're frozen over, but something will happen later on, allowing us to access those chests and areas that are currently blocked. So we will come back here. Which is good, because I think this is the only area in the entire game that really encourages backtracking. Which is kind of disappointing, considering backtracking was a big part of Dark Souls 1 early game. It definitely made you appreciate the world design a bit more. However, the world design in this game, as I've said, not great. Fuck me, dude. Right, yeah, we won't be very thorough to begin with, because there's not a whole lot we can do. We just want to press through. So we got our first bonfire. They have a lot of health, but they're not too bad. But yeah, on the whole, this is a very challenging area. Something to note as well, given the current state of the area, you can't light a torch. It will instantly be extinguished by the blizzard. And there are sconces to light in order to access certain areas, things like that, so that's another reason you want to come back once things have changed. Ugh. Oh, I love that. Fuck off, dude. Yeah, there's a whole lot of setups involving these, what would you call them? Lois warriors? I don't know what you'd call them. Just throwing out ice rapier projectiles whilst you're dealing with these guys. And it's quite challenging. But we are level 150. Pretty powerful. So I think on the whole we're going to be okay here. I think Broom Tower might be harder. But only fractionally. Oh, you bitch. Nah, less of that. Slapped him with his shield. Right, I want to get a parry off. Thank you. Sit down. Yeah, a whole lot of spellcasters sitting out outside of your range. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I was actually, the first time I played this, I was very, very surprised how much becomes available to you once you've cleared the area initially. And there's no level in this game that's quite like this. Very, very good indeed. And it's quite unique as well. Dark Souls 1 didn't have anything like this. I mean, it had a snowy area, but I think it's the only instance in the series where, you know, you play through a level once, then something changes, and then you play through again, and it's radically different. Right, we can't currently go in here, but we will. That is how you access the frozen outskirts. It's also just a very visually appealing area. Really nice to look at. The level design is amazing. Right. No, you don't. Oh, fuck that. And yeah, it's genuinely challenging. Like, I really think B Team set out to kind of right the wrongs of vanilla game with these DLCs. And it just goes to show that they, you know, they know what they're doing. They are capable. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, the level design in these DLCs is just as good as Dark Souls 1 early game, in my opinion. I think I would confidently say as well these areas are the best in the game, and without the DLC this game would not be nearly as good as it is. And that's not just because of the levels themselves, but the boss fights are amazing. The gear they've added in these DLCs, really good too. Would be interesting to see B Team design a Dark Souls game, but without all the issues they had. Because clearly, oh, what a hideous room. Clearly they know what they're doing, right? Like, they're a talented bunch of dudes that can make these levels that are just fucking awesome. I do think they went overboard with the ganks though, not gonna lie. I think we can all agree there are some outrageous ganks in this game. Nice. Right, we're doing good. Right, invisible ladder. This is an entirely new concept. B Team don't fuck around, they just change things, introduce new mechanics in DLC. And it's rad. What is this? Something I don't need. Splintering lightning spear. Okay. Oh, whoops. Right, well that was an unnecessary detour. Oh well. Good chance to talk about this wonderful area. Right, if you know what you're doing, you can get through this area pretty quick, but I am going to make an effort to recruit all the knights. Not that they're essential, but the old chaos, perhaps. Awesome. Awesome lore here as well. The DLC's really kind of wrapped up the lore nicely and added some new elements with the shards of Manus and the Brides of Dark and how they influence and corrupt kings and kingdoms fall. It's fucking rad. Okay, that item we got. We can now see that which is unseen, which means that invisible boss I spoke about. Oh, great. We can go and fight him, and we actually have a fighting chance of doing so because we can see him. You fool. Nah, bro, you're done, son. Goodbye. Okay, so we can see invisible things now. And that guy we just fought otherwise would have been invisible. There are a few more of those guys, but I've ignored them thus far because I'd rather be able to see them, right? Okay, so there's more to explore here, but not right away. So we are going to walk back to the very beginning of this area and kill the king's pet. Aava, can't remember the name. Okay, this might actually be a short episode then. Although perhaps we won't end on the boss, maybe I'll do a bit more. But doing 2 bosses is a tall order, right? Because we're going to have to thoroughly explore this area. Steelheart Ellie, one of the most useless NPCs with the dual cestus. Do not summon. Right, pop one of these. Flame weapon on our spear and we are good to go. Right, yeah, I find this boss quite challenging. It's not too bad. The arena's fucking cool. As you can see, he's over there sleeping. But yeah, if you're insane, you can fight this guy while he's invisible. I wouldn't really recommend it. That damage! Nope. So as you all know, in Frozen Outskirts, which is the co-op area of this DLC, and an area that is commonly complained about for good reason, you have to fight 2 of these at once, and I am going to have to do that solo. So yeah. Oh, what? That'll be fun. Doing alright so far. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Do like this boss. Not too bad. Keep whiffing with my spear though. Nope. Nope. Oh no. He's done. Right, yeah, okay. Perhaps that isn't too hard. I think the implication is that you should do these DLCs when you're fully geared up and after you've beaten the base game. That's what I'd recommend anyway. Otherwise you can come here as soon as you've got to Drangleic Castle. If you want the additional challenge. What an amazing area, man. We haven't even scratched the surface either. We barely explored. Because there's not much open to us now, but you'll be surprised how much more fleshed out the level design becomes once, as you'll see, something's going to happen here. Aava, okay.
This land is barren, cursed. It gave
The old chaos.
mighty. It was with his magnet and contained, but the chaos would not be sated. Inevitably, the king was drained. Malefice was. I remain here to contain the chaos. Perhaps there is nothing here. I have, my dear lord. I haven't, though I am kind.
She wants us to put down the Ivory King.
Let me open the
And she will open path to the chaos. As you see there, ice shattered. We can now go and fight the Ivory King. Alsana's seal is undone and the winds of Elium Lois are ceased. And what that means is we can now explore the level once again. Grab all the loot that we missed and go to entirely new areas and start a quest to recruit knights. Okay, this is going to be a shorter episode. I had forgotten how quick you can actually get through this area, at least the first time round, and otherwise this episode might be fucking, I don't know, an hour and a half long otherwise. So we are going to say goodbye. Next time we will thoroughly explore the area, recruit all the knights, and fight the Ivory King. And the following episode, Frozen Outskirts, to round off Dark Souls 2, every boss killed, and then soon move on to Dark Souls 3. Exciting times, for sure. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will see you in the next episode. As always, thank you for watching, and goodbye.